Alright guys, in this lesson we are going to do the create, read, update and delete for tags. And unfortunately, tags are exactly like categories in our application. So we're just gonna rush over this like really fast. And we're gonna do a lot of copy paste just so we don't waste a lot of time on this, okay? So let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is go to our web.php file, copy the categories resource we have. Like I said, a lot of copy paste. And we're just gonna change this to tags, and this is gonna be tags. Okay, so that's the tags controller. We need a model, so add make model, PHP artisan make model tag with a migration. Okay, then I'm just gonna go to my database, migrations, and then tags, and let's check out category. That's just the name, right? So that's the same thing with tags. There's just the name, and that's it, because we just want the name. Next thing, let me just go to the category model and have a look. You can see right here we have fillable name. That's exactly what we want. So I'm just going to go to the tag and make sure fillable is set to name. Alright, next thing, let's make a controller. But I'm going to make this controller manually because I want to copy paste. So here I'm just going to say tags controller.php. I'm just going to copy everything in the categories controller, move it over to the tags controller, search for category, and everywhere I have category, I'm just going to change it to tag, just like that. And this is really going to be messy. I'm also going to search for categories, and everywhere I have categories, I'm just going to change this to tags actually. So here at the top, we have the create tag request, and this is supposed to be a request for creating a tag. So I'm just going to make a request. So add make request tags / create tag request. Okay, then I'm going to make one for update. Add make request tags / update tags request. Okay, so if you want to do this, make sure you're doing it slowly. Okay, I'm just doing this because I don't want to waste your time teaching you how to do create, read, update, delete again. Okay, so I'm just gonna do tags, and this is gonna be tag. Remember, everything is set. I scroll down, this is tags. I'm just gonna change this to small t. Scroll down, we have the create tag request right here. Tag create request name, tag created successfully, return view or route tags.index. Awesome, that's fine. We have tag right here. This is supposed to be small t, and then with tag, and then it's going to be tag. Make sure all of that is in lowercase. Just going to change this to lowercase too. Route tags.index. Awesome. And finally, right here, tag delete and small letter. Alright, so our next stop is the request files. Let me just make sure everything is fine in this file. And next stop is the request folder. So I'm just going to go to stp request and then tags and then create tag request. I'm just going to return true. And here I'm just going to return name is required, and the name is also unique to the table for tags. So I have to do unique tags like that. Okay, so want exactly the same thing for the update. So I'm just going to come here, make sure that it returns this same array, and I'm also going to change this to true. The next step is our views. So I'm just going to go to the resources folder, views, and I'm going to create a new folder called tags, and then I'm just going to create an index.blade.php in it. And I'm also going to create a create.blade.php file in it. In here, I'm going to copy everything in the create category and paste it in the tags create. So I'm just going to search for category, and everywhere I have category, I'm just going to change it to tag. Awesome, just like that. So if I search right here, you can see we have tag, everything looks fine actually. And I think that's actually it. That's all we need. Because if you check the route right here, we have categories. So I want to search for categories and replace everything with tags. And I think we are good to go. Awesome. Next, we need to copy all the view from the categories, paste it in index.delete.php for tags, search for categories, replace it with tags, also search for category, replace it with tag. Awesome. So look at that. Just like that, we have the view for tags. Okay, so in my opinion, I think everything is actually fine. And strangely enough, this should work. So let's check this out. If I come right now, refresh. Oh, we haven't added the route for tags yet, right? So let's go to our app.blade.php and then copy this route for category. And then I'm just going to paste it right here. And this is going to say tags. And it's going to go to the tags.index. So if I refresh, if we go to tags right now, things are probably going to break because we haven't run our migration. So I'm just going to say add migrate. Migrates the tags table. So if I click on tags, great. You can see no tags yet. Looks like it works as expected. So if I add a tag, if I just call this WordPress, click on add tag, yeah, we have an error. So let's just go ahead and handle that. We have tag post count. And that's because we don't yet have a relationship with the post table, right? And I don't want to do that at the moment because that's for a whole separate lesson. So what I'm going to do is where I have post, which is right here, I'm just going to add 0, okay? But the tags are obviously going to be associated with the post, okay? So tag 0 and then refresh. Great. So look at that. We have tags just like that. And you can see we have WordPress, and I'm just going to call this WordPress tag update tag. Awesome. So tag updated successfully. Let's try to delete. Are you sure you want to delete this tag? Yes. Tag deleted successfully. Awesome. So the create, read, update, and delete for tags works just like that. Now, one thing I want to show you in our code, just a little refactor because I saw it. So you can see right here, this is the error block we have. If errors any, then display the errors. If we come to create for categories, you can see we have exactly the same thing. And if we come to create for post, you can see we have the same thing somewhere. Okay, for the post, we don't even have validation. But if we were to do the validation errors, then we're going to see the same thing. What we could do is we could create what is called a partial. So I'm just going to create a partials folder. And in here, I'm just going to add errors.blade.php and think of partials as bits of reusable piece of code. So I'm just going to cut this out, this error block, and then in the partials, I'll paste it in. Okay, so that's my partial. All I need to do is include this partial everywhere I need it. So I'm just going to say add include partials.errors. Okay, so I'll copy that, and then I'm going to come to the tags create, delete this, and then just include partials.error. And finally, I also come to the create, even though we don't yet have it, and I'm just going to come to the top of the form and just paste it right there. Awesome. So if we come right now, visit the post page, try to create a post. Yeah, we need to add a category. I'm just going to say web development is the category. And then if I try to add a post, then click on create post. Great, we have validation errors right there. So you can see our partial is working perfectly. Alright guys, so just in a few minutes with a lot of copy and paste, I've copied and pasted and we have the tags functionality. The reason why I did this is because I don't want to bore you with the create, read, update, and delete, exactly the same thing we did with the categories, right? Alright, so make sure you implement this carefully and slowly so that you master how to do create, read, update, delete. And I'll catch you up in the very next lesson.